Beneath the sunless sky, Sarah, a vision of youthful allure, fidgets at an outdoor table, her gaze anxiously glued to her phone. A silent anticipation hangs in the air as Sarah waits for Mark, a stranger from the digital world, to materialize in the real. The innocence of youth meets the unknown as Sarah's online connection prepares to step into her tangible reality. At the bustling coffee shop, Mark arrives, his eagerness to impress veiled by a touch of awkwardness. Sarah greets him with a dazzling smile, turning on her charm to take control of the unfolding encounter. The scene unfolds, revealing Sarah in command, while Mark remains blissfully unaware of the subtle power dynamics at play. In the cozy coffee shop, Sarah and Mark engage in a casual conversation, their words veiled beneath the comforting aroma of coffee. Sarah subtly probes, her friendly demeanor masking a deeper interest as she inquires, "So, Mark, you mentioned you're working on a big project at work?" Mark relaxes, unknowingly stepping closer to the edge as he shares, "Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Long hours, lots of pressure." Sarah nods empathetically, understanding the toll as she gently asks, "I understand that. It is always hard. What do you do to unwind after work?" A moment of vulnerability pierces the surface as Mark confesses, "Not much, really. I usually just crash on the couch and watch TV. Sometimes I wish I had someone to share it with, you know?" With a knowing glance, Sarah echoes, "I can understand that." In the secluded park, a deceptive peace hangs in the air, masking an underlying tension as Sarah guides Mark deeper into the unknown. The park's serene facade hides a sinister secret, as the gentle rustling of leaves and the distant chirping of birds only amplify the growing sense of foreboding. In the tranquil expanse of the park, a sense of unease lingers as they venture further, seeking seclusion. Sarah's eyes dart around, as if the trees themselves held secrets, adding an undercurrent of suspense to their deliberate steps. Sarah guides Mark into a secluded wooded area, where long shadows dance like secrets among the trees. The atmosphere in this secluded area is thick with unspoken tension, as if the very trees are holding their breath. The silence of the forest is broken only by the rustling of leaves, a subtle reminder of nature's watchful presence. From the depths of the woods, Jake appears, his presence a sudden disruption, a menacing figure emerging from the shadows. Under the silent gaze of towering trees, Jake's shadow looms menacingly over Mark, cornering him in the heart of the woods. Jake's accusation pierces the air. "You've been preying on Sarah, haven't you?" Mark shrinks back, his eyes betraying confusion and a flicker of fear as he stammers, "What? I don't know what you're talking about." The forest holds its breath, every rustle of leaves amplifying the tension between predator and prey. In the heart of the wooded area, a dispute spirals into a fierce physical battle as Jake asserts his dominance over Mark. Amidst the escalating conflict, Sarah stands as a detached observer, her expression unreadable. The raw intensity of the struggle is amplified by the rustling leaves and the distant calls of unseen creatures, painting a vivid picture of nature indifferent to human drama. In the secluded depths of a wooded area, a brutal assault unfolds as Jake unleashes a savage attack on Mark. Sarah watches on, her silence amplifying the horror of the unfolding violence. The raw intensity of Jake's assault is magnified by the stillness of the surrounding forest. Sarah's wide eyes reflect a blend of terror and disbelief. In the secluded depths of the wooded area, the brutal attack reaches its grim conclusion, leaving Mark lifeless on the forest floor. Amidst the silent aftermath, Sarah stands tall, her face devoid of pity, replaced by a chilling satisfaction. The lifeless form of Mark sprawls on the ground, a stark testament to Sarah's cold resolve. In the heart of a secluded wooded area, a silent pact forms between Jake and Sarah, their eyes locking in a moment of grim understanding. In a chilling act of abandonment, they turn their backs on Mark's lifeless form, leaving him to the mercy of the silent woods. The camera zooms in on Mark's body, symbolizing a point of no return. In the quiet solitude of her bedroom, Sarah is lost in contemplation as the day's events flood her mind. Her eyes, reflecting a storm of emotions, stare blankly ahead into the abyss of her thoughts. In the starred confines of his apartment, Jake methodically cleans his weapon, a chilling calm masking the gravity of his actions. His face, a mask of indifference, betrays no hint of remorse or fear. He exists in a state of chilling detachment, unfazed by the weight of his deeds. A bustling police station becomes the epicenter of a community's shock and grief as Mark's body is discovered. The air crackles with tension as news vans invade the scene, their satellite dishes hungry for answers. Faces etched with grief and determination. Detectives navigate the scene. In the sterile interrogation room, harsh fluorescent lights cast an unflinching glare as Sarah walks in, composed. Sarah maintains her innocence. A mask of calm conceals a storm of inner turmoil. The detectives enter, their presence amplifying the suffocating tension in the room. Under the harsh glare of the interrogation room, Jake's volatile demeanor marks him as a key suspect. His eyes dart nervously, betraying the calm facade he attempts to project. Sweat beads on his forehead, a silent testament to the pressure mounting within. In the stark interrogation room, Sarah faces Detective Washington, the air heavy with unspoken accusations and mounting tension. Detective Washington's piercing gaze intensifies as he declares, "Sarah, we've been through this." Sarah's voice trembles slightly as she insists, "I've told you everything I know." Detective Washington's scoff echoes through the room as he challenges, "A movie, huh?" The detective presses further, demanding, "Which is it, Sarah? Which is the truth?" In the stark interrogation room, Sarah and Jake face each other, their expressions a battleground of defiance and fear. Their eyes lock in a silent, unbreakable pact, defiance simmering beneath a veneer of fear. The harsh fluorescent lights emphasize the emotional weight of their shared predicament, turning the room into a stage for their silent drama. The trial commences, drawing a swarm of reporters and curious onlookers to the courtroom. Inside the courtroom, tension hangs heavy as every seat is filled with anticipation. The air crackles with anticipation as the trial's opening moments unfold. The courtroom is hushed, a stark stage set for a high-stakes drama where every word and gesture carries the weight of fate. With meticulous precision, the prosecution weaves a web of evidence, each thread seemingly tightening the noose around Sarah and Jake. The air crackles with tension as witness testimonies echo through the chamber, each word a potential hammer blow to the defense. The courtroom vibrates with suppressed tension as the defense passionately pleads Sarah and Jake's case, painting them as mere pawns of fate. Their voices resonate through the chamber, each word a hammer blow against the cold stone of the courtroom. The air thickens with anticipation as Sarah and Jake watch, their faces betraying a mixture of hope and despair. In the hushed courtroom, Sarah stands at the witness stand, her wide eyes reflecting a plea of innocence. Beside her, Jake offers silent support, his occasional nods underscoring their shared claim of innocence. In a moment of vulnerability, Sarah proclaims, "I swear, we didn't do anything wrong. We are innocent." Echoing her sentiments, Jake adds, "We're just trying to live our lives. This is all a misunderstanding." The courtroom holds its breath, the air thick with anticipation as the fate of Sarah and Jake hangs in the balance. Bathed in ethereal sunlight, the jury convenes around a solemn wooden table, their faces a tableau of profound contemplation. Amidst a sea of scattered documents, each juror grapples with the weighty evidence that could seal the fate of Sarah and Jake. In the stifling quiet of the deliberation room, unspoken tension permeates the air, casting a shadow over the destinies of Sarah and Jake. The courtroom holds its breath as the jury's decision looms, a verdict pregnant with fate. Each face in the gallery is a mask of anticipation, the air thick with unspoken fears and desperate hopes. The silence screams louder than any accusation, as all eyes fixate on the jury's foreperson. The courtroom holds its breath as the verdict seals Sarah and Jake's fate, their world teetering on the edge of despair. The word guilty shatters the silence, each syllable a hammer blow against Sarah and Jake's hopes. A collective gasp sweeps through the gallery, a visible shockwave mirroring the devastation in Sarah and Jake's hearts. In the stark confines of her prison cell, Sarah confronts the chilling reality of her isolation. The oppressive gray walls seem to tighten their grip on Sarah as she grapples with the weight of her decisions and their haunting repercussions. Alone in her captivity, Sarah confronts the crushing consequences of her past actions. In the dim solitude of a prison cell, Jake sits on the edge of the bunk, his face a canvas of anger and regret. Shadows dance ominously on the concrete walls, reflecting the inner storm raging within Jake. Heads bowed in solemn resignation, Sarah and Jake are escorted towards their grim fate, each step heavy with regret. The iron gates of the prison loom large, a stark symbol of closure and the irrevocable alteration of their destinies. With a deafening clang, the gates seal shut, marking the end of freedom and the dawning of a desolate new reality. In the heart of the detective's office, shadows dance with the weight of unsolved mysteries, casting a pall over the weary figure hunched at his desk. His face, a canvas of grim determination, reflects the relentless pursuit of justice, etched with the haunting echoes of a case that refuses to yield. Lost in the labyrinth of thought, he grapples with the darkness that clings to him, a shroud woven from the threads of a relentless investigation. Under the guise of normalcy, the park is tainted with the lingering memory of Mark's untimely demise. The once joyous swings now creak with sorrow, as if mourning the laughter that once echoed through the air. Even the sun seems to cast a shadow on the once vibrant benches, now haunted by the ghost of what was. In Sarah's bedroom, a storm of notes and photos swirls around her desk as she plots her encounter with Mark. A mischievous glint ignites her eyes, hinting at the calculating nature behind her meticulous planning. With calculated precision, she circles dates on a calendar, orchestrating key moments for her scheme to unfold with chilling intent. Her actions reveal a manipulative nature as she weaves a web of deceit. In the dimly lit apartment, shadows play on the walls as Jake's jealousy ignites, casting a pall over Sarah's unease. Jake's possessive rage erupts as he demands, "Who was that guy you were talking to after class, Sarah?" Sarah attempts to defuse the situation, her voice tinged with exasperation as she insists, "Just a classmate, Jake. It's nothing." Fueled by insecurity, Jake's paranoia intensifies as he barks, "Don't lie to me. I saw the way he was looking at you. I don't like it." Sarah's defiance flares as she retorts, "Jake, you're being ridiculous. I can talk to whoever I want." In a chilling declaration of ownership, Jake's possessiveness reaches its peak as he declares, "No, you can't. You're mine, Sarah. Mine." Amidst the serene woods, Sarah and Jake's grim visages betray a sinister rehearsal. Each word, each gesture, meticulously planned as they weave a tapestry of deceit. Unspoken tension permeates the air, solidifying their deadly scheme in the heart of nature's tranquility. In the courtroom, Sarah's mind spirals into a dream, envisioning a world where she and Jake are declared innocent, escaping the clutches of justice. The courtroom melts away, morphing into a surreal landscape where hope and delusion dance in a bizarre ballet. In this fantastical realm, shadows flicker with the promise of salvation as Sarah and Jake stand on the precipice of an impossible liberation. In the claustrophobic confines of his prison cell, Jake is tormented by a vivid nightmare, reliving the chilling moments of Mark's murder. The boundaries of reality blur as the cell walls morph into the dimly lit alleyway where shadows dance like accusing specters. Whispers echo through the darkness as the shadows mock Jake, intensifying the haunting reality of Mark's murder. In the tranquil park, Mark is seized by an inexplicable unease, a prickling premonition crawling up his spine. His attempt to flee is thwarted as Sarah materializes before him, an impassable barrier of intent. With Jake's silent maneuver, the trap snaps shut, sealing Mark's fate within the verdant confines. In the bustling coffee shop, another man approaches Sarah, hope flickering in his eyes, only to be met with a swift, polite dismissal. Sarah's attention remains unyieldingly fixed on Mark, her gaze unwavering and resolute, as she barely acknowledges the newcomer's presence. Her eyes, like magnets, return to Mark, reflecting an intense and singular focus that seems to transcend the surrounding cafe. A lone witness observes as Sarah, Jake, and Mark embark on a journey into the dense woods, shrouded in mystery. The woods become an eerie labyrinth, swallowing Sarah, Jake, and Mark into its shadowy embrace. Their figures fade into the wilderness, leaving behind only the haunting echoes of their passage. In the dimly lit detective's office, a grim pattern emerges from the chaotic array of files and overflowing ashtrays. Crime scene photos reveal a chilling signature. Each victim is connected by a similar MO, deepening the unsettling mystery. A disturbing realization dawns. Sarah and Jake aren't just suspects, they might be serial killers. A tense silence descends upon the courtroom as all eyes fixate on the newly revealed evidence, its impact reverberating through the room. Sarah visibly pales, her composure cracking under the crushing weight of the revelations. Jake, his jaw muscles tense, pointedly avoids any eye contact, his silence a deafening admission. The courtroom is thick with the stifling weight of their shared deceit, a palpable tension suffocating all present. In the claustrophobic confines of a prison cell, Sarah and Jake confront each other, the air heavy with mutual blame and simmering rage. Sarah explodes in fury. "This is all your fault, Jake. If you had just listened to me." Jake retorts with equal venom. "My fault? You're the one who got us into this mess in the first place, Sarah. Don't try to pin this on me." Sarah, eyes blazing, accuses, "Oh, so now you're playing the victim? You knew exactly what you were doing." Jake defends himself with a touch of betrayal. "And you didn't? We were in this together. Don't act like you're innocent." As spring awakens, the park bursts into vibrant life, its tender blossoms a stark contrast to the somber memories etched in its soil. Summer drapes the park in lush greenery, its vibrant foliage unable to conceal the shadows of the past that still haunt its tranquil paths. Autumn arrives, painting the park in hues of gold and crimson, its breathtaking beauty marred by the chilling winds of remembrance. Winter descends, blanketing the park in a pristine layer of snow, its serene silence amplifying the echoes of a tragedy that time cannot erase. Sarah's bedroom reveals a haunting obsession, where newspaper clippings of unsolved disappearances cling to the walls, painting a grim mosaic of unanswered questions. Within the pages of a meticulously curated scrapbook, photos of a single individual are encircled in ominous red ink, each image whispering a tale of relentless pursuit. In a velvet-lined box, antique lockpicks and skeleton keys lie in wait, hinting at clandestine entries and forbidden quests. A warm map of the city becomes a labyrinth of marked routes, each path converging on a single, ominous location, the epicenter of a desperate search. Sarah's diary echoes with obsessive repetition. The phrase, "I will find him," scrawled across the page, a haunting mantra of unwavering resolve. Jake's apartment unfolds in a series of rapid images. A worn punching bag, a menacing collection of knives, a dartboard, and a half-finished sketch of a dark figure. The dark secrets of Jake's life are exposed through a bottle of pills with a faded label. Unpaid bills overflow from a drawer, hinting at hidden financial burdens. A broken mirror reflects a shattered reality, its shards still embedded in the frame. Fragments of Jake's life reveal a story of struggle, aggression, and hidden darkness. The chaos of Jake's apartment tells a story of a life in turmoil. The montage culminates in a shattered reflection, symbolizing a broken existence. The serene woodland is desecrated by the cruel hand of violence. The camera lingers on the crime scene, each frame a testament to irreversible brutality. The shadows of the trees seem to bear witness to the unspeakable act. The courtroom air crackles with tension as snippets of fierce testimony and impassioned arguments flood the scene. Voices surge and recede like crashing waves, painting a vivid tapestry of conflicting truths and desperate pleas. Faces contort in anguish and fury as the weight of evidence and accusations bears down on those in the room. With each resounding slam of documents on the table, the room reverberates with the echoes of justice and the shadows of doubt. In the confines of a stark prison cell, Sarah frantically paces, her eyes betraying a desperate search for an impossible escape. Jake, a shadow of his former self, is hunched in a corner, his muttered words lost to the despair that consumes him. Dark circles and the unkempt hair become stark symbols of their eroding hope. In a crescendo of despair, their faces reveal the relentless grip of imprisonment, etching the depth of their suffering into every line and shadow. At a familiar coffee shop, another young woman awaits her date, a subtle reminder that the cycle of hopes and expectations continues. Her hopeful eyes scan the surroundings, mirroring the universal quest for connection and companionship. The scene quietly underscores the cyclical nature of love and expectation, as the coffee shop remains a silent witness to countless beginnings. The serene park is unveiled, its beauty masking the lurking darkness. A subtle shift in perspective hints at hidden secrets within the idyllic setting. The camera's lingering gaze reveals the unsettling truth beneath the park's picturesque facade. In the somber confines of the detective's office, the lead detective stands as a silhouette against the city lights, consumed by the case's grim weight. The darkness he has witnessed envelops him like a shroud. In Sarah's bedroom, a solitary red rose lies in quiet repose, an omen of beauty intertwined with danger. The rose is a symbol of her beauty. The rose is also a symbol of the danger she embodies. In the symbolic confines of Jake's apartment, a shattered mirror becomes a haunting reflection of his broken psyche. Each splintered piece mirrors a fractured memory, a lost dream, a silent scream of Jake's tormented past. The fractured reflection of Jake's face in the mirror epitomizes his shattered identity. In a realm of shadows, a raven soars, its dark wings painting a stark omen across the sky. In the courtroom, a blindfolded statue of justice looms, casting a long shadow of doubt over the proceedings. The very air in the courtroom is heavy with unspoken doubts, a palpable tension questioning the sanctity of the legal system. Within the confines of the prison cell, shadows perform a macabre dance, mirroring the encroaching darkness that threatens to engulf Sarah and Jake. Under the sun's golden caress, Sarah casts an enchanting smile at Mark, setting the stage for a destiny yet to be written. In the heart of the park, Sarah guides Mark, her true intentions veiled beneath a facade of innocence. In the heart of the wooded area, Jake emerges from the shadows, his face a canvas of raw, untamed rage. In a secluded, sun-dappled wooded area, an unexpected eruption of violence occurs as Jake ambushes Mark. The ferocity of Jake's attack contrasts sharply with Sarah's unsettlingly indifferent observation. Sarah's impassivity intensifies the scene's disturbing atmosphere. In the heart of the wooded area, Mark lies still, his vacant eyes reflecting the cold indifference of the sky. The leaves whisper secrets of a deadly game, rustling softly in the breeze, unaware of the tragic stillness below. He is the final piece of Sarah and Jake's twisted game, a game now sealed in silence and shadowed by death. In the dim solitude of her bedroom, Sarah sits on the bed's edge, a figure shrouded in emotionless indifference. Her face, a blank mask, reveals nothing of the darkness within, reflecting a chilling detachment from remorse or regret. Her posture and demeanor exude an unsettling calm, a chilling absence of guilt that hints at a mind untethered from morality. In the stark confines of his apartment, Jake meticulously cleans his weapon, each motion echoing his grim resolve. The cold steel gleams under the dim light, mirroring the harsh reality of his impending actions. Shadows dance with his resolve as he steels himself to face the inevitable consequences. Under the unforgiving light of day, the police station stands as the epicenter of a grim quest for truth. Mark's murder unleashes a relentless pursuit of justice, piercing through layers of deceit and shadows. Each clue, each whisper, guides the relentless investigators closer to unveiling the dark secrets behind Mark's demise. In the stark, gray interrogation room, Sarah's anxiety is palpable as unspoken accusations fill the air. Next door, Jake's restless movements mirror the tension, as lies linger heavily between them. Detective Washington observes Sarah, his gaze intense and unwavering, piercing through her composed facade. The heavy silence amplifies the unspoken tension, as each breath and every subtle movement carries the weight of deception. The trial commences, casting a harsh light on Sarah and Jake's once intimate world, now a battleground of exposed secrets. Within the courtroom's solemn walls, shadows dance with each revelation, painting a stark portrait of a relationship fractured by hidden truths. Each testimony peels back another layer, revealing the raw, painful core of Sarah and Jake's connection, now laid bare for judgment. In the stark confines of their prison cell, Sarah and Jake are haunted by the cold, unforgiving reality of their confinement. The weight of their shattered lives bears down on Sarah and Jake as they sit on the edge of their bunks, their faces etched with despair and resignation. The air hangs heavy with the stench of stale disinfectant and the palpable aura of hopelessness suffocating Sarah and Jake in their despair. The park basks in the soft glow of daylight, a haven of beauty and tranquility forever haunted by the specter of Mark's tragic demise. Shadows stretch across the grass, whispering tales of innocence lost and the chilling echoes of a crime that shattered the park's peace. A gentle breeze rustles through the leaves, carrying with it a lament for the life cruelly taken and the lingering sorrow that permeates the air. In the hushed confines of the detective's office, the sharp snap of a case file echoes, shattering the silence. Shadows waltz ominously in the corners, mirroring the lingering darkness that taints the detective's thoughts. The camera lingers on the desolate spot where Mark met his end, a somber testament to the darkness that stains the world. The sun casts long shadows across the scene, as if even nature mourns the tragic loss of innocence. A gentle breeze whispers through the leaves, carrying a faint echo of the horror that unfolded here. In the stark solitude of her bedroom, Sarah sits shrouded in the soft glow of a single lamp, her diary open like a gateway to her soul. Beneath furrowed brows, her pen dances across the page, each stroke a calculated step into a future devoid of regret. A chilling ambition flickers in her eyes, a faint smile playing on her lips as she unveils her grand design. Sarah writes in her diary, revealing her lack of remorse and her plans for the future. In the still confines of his apartment, Jake's vacant stare speaks volumes of the turmoil within. His mind, a battlefield of violence and regret, traps him in a harrowing limbo. Lost in the echoes of past actions, Jake's apartment becomes a silent witness to his inner demons. Sarah and Jake, their faces etched with the harsh reality of their choices, are led away by the cold grip of the guards. The resounding clang of the prison doors echoes, sealing Sarah and Jake into a grim destiny. As the setting sun casts long, ominous shadows, it paints a stark tableau of lost freedom and a desolate future. The camera sweeps across the serene park, a silent testament to the darkness hidden within humanity. The camera continues its arc, casting long shadows that deepen the sense of foreboding. The camera finds its resolution in the tranquil night sky, urging introspection on the shadows of the soul. The screen gradually descends into darkness as unanswered questions echo. A sense of unease lingers as the final image fades.